And we are back. Last year we had season 1 of Overland Journal, and we are taking off right now for season 2, episode 1. And season 2 is going to feature all new locations, all new how-to videos, as well as an all-new Overland vehicle, built from the ground up in my driveway, specifically for long-term Overland trips. I wanted to wait till this truck had some miles on it before I did a walk-around video, or before anybody else did a walk-around video, and now that we've reached 12,000 miles, we are ready. So if you want to see how everything shakes out this season, you're going to want to sit back, you're going to want to relax, and you're going to want to check this out. Before we get rolling, I'm going to ask you to hit that thumbs up, the subscribe button, and the little notification bell so you're notified of all new videos. Here we go. So I started out my out west adventures in Wyoming, visiting a good friend, as I often do, and searching for snakes. And I found several of them, like this bull snake right here that got hit by a car. His spine was broken, but he was still looking to bite me if he could. What I ended up doing was grabbing my tripod and throwing him in the grass so another car didn't hit him. And then it was time to start thinking about moving on because the heat was getting to be a bit much. Sitting on Highway 18 West in Oregon, heading to the coastline because the temperature right here is 100 degrees and the coastline is much, much cooler. I've been on the Oregon coast for about a week. Spent a couple weeks in Wyoming, spent a week in the Ozarks, and I might be heading down to San Francisco. I'm not really sure yet, but I gotta get away from this heat wave. It's no bueno. As much as I love the high desert, the old rustic buildings, the scenery in the high desert and the low desert in Wyoming, Oregon, etc., I live on the ocean, so it takes a lot to really make me want to go to the coastline. But the heat wave was more than enough. I learned my lesson last season, and this season I'm heading to the coast where the weather is low 70s and beautiful, and that's where I headed. Last year I had checked out some of the Oregon coastline, and it was pretty epic. This year I decided to go all the way up and down Route 101 north and south and check out every bridge, tunnel, and byway in between and get everything on video. This is very different than the East Coast, and, well, here, look for yourself. last 2 months, I have gotten some truly epic footage, from cold steam-fired trains to elk to beachfronts to redwoods, but in this video we're going to focus on some amazing lighthouses. So check this out. So the first lighthouse I'm going to show you is the UMPQUA lighthouse, and it's in a state park. It's located next to Winchester Bay and Salmon Harbor, and it's also centered around Lake Marie. This is a small lighthouse, and it's a state park. You basically have to pay to park there, pay to go inside the building, and the entire place is littered with signs and warnings and fences, etc. But it's still a beautiful lighthouse nonetheless, and it's still operating, as you can see right now. But this isn't exactly what I was looking for. This is one of the things that is a tourist destination. I wanted things that were more difficult to get to, so I kept searching. But this is still a beautiful lighthouse nonetheless. Now this lighthouse is tough to get to. It's called the HECETA Head Lighthouse, and it's perched atop the 1,000-foot high HECETA Head. The lighthouse is one of the most photographed on the coast. The light atop the 56-foot tower was first illuminated in 1894. It's an automated beacon, and it can be seen 21 miles from land. It is rated as the strongest light on the Oregon coast, and it's named for its crowning feature, the iconic HECETA Head Lighthouse. This is a beautiful spot right here, and it's right next to a sea lion cave. I'm using zoom lenses in order to get this footage, so I stay far and away from all the wildlife and the national park itself. But it's still utterly amazing to behold. This is beautiful, and I still found one even more amazing than this, believe it or not. But just drink this in for now. Now this one is absolutely magnificent. Located in Otter Rock, just 10 minutes from the center of Depot Bay, is the iconic scenic landmark of Devil's Punchbowl State Natural Area. Where the ocean meets the sandy beaches and rocky coastlines, the Oregon coast is one of the most beautiful places to visit. And when you drop this bad boy right in the middle of it, you have to see this thing. This was utterly amazing to behold. It was a beautiful, clear day. The ocean was blue. The sky was pale blue. There weren't very many clouds, and it was just open season for video. This was beautiful. Probably one of my favorites out of all the videos of lighthouses I've taken thus far. And this isn't the end of them. I've got many, many more. I've got so much footage it could choke a cow, or a horse, or a camel. Depends what you happen to have. But this is stunning footage. I was stoked to have been able to get it. So just drink this in, or don't. For this last lighthouse, we're going to jump down to Crescent City in California. In 1855, the ship America burned in the harbor at Crescent City. 3 cannons were salvaged from the wreckage and mounted near the point at the northern side of the harbor's entrance. The cannons, which were often fired during 4th of July celebrations, resulted in the point being named Battery Point. And although the cannons have since disappeared, the name remains. And it's also the name of this amazing lighthouse that was here. In May 1855, Congress appropriated $15,000 for the construction of a lighthouse on the tiny islet, not island, it's an islet, that is connected to Battery Point at low tide by an isthmus. I don't even know what these words mean. Although not included in the 1852 contract for the first 8 West Coast lighthouses, Battery Point Lighthouse was actually lit 10 days before Humboldt Harbor Lighthouse, the last of the original 8 to become operational. Battery Point Lighthouse, like most of the original 8, was built in a Cape Cod style with a central brick tower protruding from the roof of a 1.5-story stone keeper's dwelling. The 4th order Fresnel lens is in the lantern room, first illuminated in the night sky at Crescent City on December 10th in 1856. If you find these stories interesting, I will leave links to the articles that I've pulled this information from in the description box below. Otherwise, drink this in. As a little bonus, I'm going to throw in the BANDON light in the Coahuila River light. This light is a beautiful little building, and I just happened to find it completely accidentally. It's called the Coahuila River light, and it was constructed in 1895. It was originally named the BANDON light. It was first commissioned in 1895, first lit on February 29th, leap year, 1896. The light guided mariners past the dangerous shifting sandbars into the Coahuila River and harbor at Bandon. The light contained a 4th order Fresnel lens and connected to the nearby keeper's house by a wooden walkway. In September 1936, a large wildfire swept through the surrounding area and destroyed most of Bandon. The town soon became bankrupt as a result of the decline in shipping. Coahuila Light was shut down in 1939 and replaced by an automated light on the South Jetty. It's still a beautiful little structure nonetheless. And again, all those interested in this, I will leave links below so you can read up on this more. This is the history of America, at any rate. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I will try to return the favor. I am out. Links will be below.